Typical Jayasuriya. Very strong in the forearms, very strong with the bottom hand, and just punched away.
That emphasises your point about the ball coming on when it's new. I mean, this is just dismissed. It's not the quickest that Shane Bond's ever got it down there, but that is just, well, arrogant in the batting sense.
He's purely using the pace of the ball off the wicket, isn't he? It's there for him. He can just use the pace of the ball and use that to redirect it.
We were looking at Jayasuriya, one of the most destructive opening batsmen in the game, of course, revolutionised the start of the innings in the 1996 World Cup, which Sri Lanka won. He and the little wicketkeeper Kalawitharana went after the bowling from the word go.
On the covers. Beautifully played, just too much width. And once it gets through the gap on a skiddy outfield with a new ball, you just can't stop it.
And it really is because who the batsman is. Jayasuriya up there, and they've got a man at deep square leg. Now, only two fielders can be outside the field restricting area, so there's no third man. They've got a deep backward square leg. Now they put back the third man. Doesn't matter where the field is for that. That's always going to be four.
This is the very reason why the off spinner might have been a really good option at this stage. Take the pace off the ball, get it right up low on the bat. Don't give him a chance to use the pace, because that is straight out of the screws.
As was that. What we're seeing here is the same thing we saw at the start of the New Zealand innings. Boundaries coming in profusion from good cricket shots. There's been no slogging from Jayasuriya, typical Jayasuriya shots.
This is assault, though, isn't it? It's assault on a bowler who has very little option.
It's away from him. So the boundaries continue to flow from the Sri Lankan bats. 6 in all now for Jayasuriya. He's got 25 out of the 31 without loss. 3 overs gone.
And once again, I hate to keep harping on, but he's using the pace of the ball. And I'd really like to see Fleming take the pace off the ball. Too easy for Sanath Jayasuriya.
It's going to fall in the gap, and it might just run away. In fact, James Marshall will haul that in, and with Taylor, they'll finally get it in. Well, I think you're sort of angling at the fact that you probably can't talk too well in it. Is that what you're saying?
Well, you can't see the smirks, you can't see the shows of contempt at the ball just missing the off stump.
No fine leg. Always a dangerous ploy.
Well, you might be 37 years of age, but what a quick eye he's got, and quick reaction time, because you look very carefully, he's walked outside leg stump to try and hit this through the offside, and look at the adjustment so late in the piece. He's gone to give himself room to hit through the offside. He sees the line's not there. Hello. What about this option? Brilliant batting.
He's certainly at his best when there's pace on the ball, and that ball he whipped through was 3800.
A lot of talk about the World Cup and this helping to build up, but of course there's a World Championship, 2020 World Championship in South Africa, the first ever, in October. Very difficult. As you say, the ball is following Ross Taylor out there, and a skiddy outfield.
The other factor is I wonder how skiddy that ball is when you're trying to hold on to it and it's coming out of your hands. I see that one went wide, almost like it has slipped out of his hands like a bar of soap. This might be really hard to hold on to the ball here.
That's the first one into the seats for the Sri Lankans. We had quite a few from New Zealand. Brendan McCullum and Stephen Fleming kept scattering the spectators. Now Jayasuriya does the same thing.
Well, it's in the slot to hit, isn't it? It's that half volley length that enables the batsman to get the bat under the ball, get elevation. There's another one. Straight down the ground. One bounce four.
The look on Andre Adams' face is telling a story about the difficulty of holding that ball, I think.
I think the story it's telling is I don't want to be out here. It is very cold. It's now very wet as well. And the bowlers are in a hiding to nothing.
Well, the problem for New Zealanders now, if they want to walk off, they might lose the match.
It'd be difficult to think of more miserable conditions to be in the field, with the rain coming down and the temperature being what it is. Another boundary. Jayasuriya is on fire. It's all Jayasuriya here. Thuranga made 6, Jayawardene is 2, and Jayasuriya is 51.
One thing that's going to happen with this Dew getting on the wicket, or Dew might be a little generous, Wellington rain, is that it's going to speed the wicket up. And the quicker this wicket has been tonight, the easier it's been to score off.
This is the fastest ever 20-20-50 international cricket. 23 balls.
Well, it beat the first innings, was it?
It's been for a while.
New Zealand had the first innings as well.
Yeah, Simon's actually hit as an individual. Yeah, Andrew Simon's 25 balls against South Africa. So Sanath Jayasuriya.
Just see what happens.
Now it looks like here the batsman want to get off.
Yeah, get some.
Who would score the fastest half century in 2020 cricket? You'd pick Simons, you'd pick Jayasuriya, Chris Gale perhaps might get in there.
Gilchrist, yeah.
Gilchrist. But Jayasuriya certainly would be in there. And some typical Jayasuriya shots here. He's so quick with his hands, with the reflexes. Nice hit, sharp. 51, 23 deliveries. 10 fours and a 6, 46 runs in boundaries out of that 51.
Righty, how would you bowl Richard Petrie? How would you bowl to Sanath Jayasuriya? And don't say from the other end.
There's only one length to bowl to a goal like that.
Yorker leg?
It's the only ball. Yorker, maybe a slow ball. But you've only got 2 deliveries. You're going to bowl to this guy. Yorkers, slow balls, nothing else. Forget length.
Okay. All right, now we'll move to the National Bank man of the match, and no surprise at all. Come in, Sanath. Congratulations to you. We've got a wee prize here from the National Bank. Great to see you in form and striking it like that.
Yeah, I think I enjoyed. I think this is the second 2020 match I played. I think those 2 games, I think with today's one, and I think played batted all right.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was a toughish Test series for you. You probably didn't get the returns that I'm sure you would have liked. So it would have been nice to go out there today and be able to play with some freedom.
Yeah, I think it was a tough for me personally for the last 2 Test matches, and I think prior to the one-day series, I think these 2020 is important for me to get some runs and bowl well. So I think there's a lot of confidence for me to top of the game before these one-days.
And as Mahela mentioned, there's a World Cup just around the corner, and someone like yourself is going to be crucial for, in terms of Sri Lanka's prospects. You'll be looking to run into some good form.
Yeah, that's the key thing. I think we need to play all 3 departments. We have to play well, especially in a tournament like World Cup. So I think the team has been doing well in one-days last 6 to 8 months. So I think we need to continue this form till the World Cup.
Okay, now just a final word on your bowling. You're a shrewd old customer, aren't you?
I think I normally don't try to take some wicket, just to want to put tight from the one end and just bowl tight much as possible. So that's what I've been trying to do.
Well, you did it superbly. Congratulations on a top match.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Gav. Yes, well, I think he's run into his form. 51 off 23 balls, which is the